Hi guys, just sort of want to tell my story, my encounter with SSRIs and valium withdrawal. Had some life circumstances that led the doctor to put me on some SSRIs well over a year ago now. He put me on Cipramil. When they started working, wasn't doing too great on them. Started having some serious anxiety problems, so that sort of led him to give me Valium. Sort of told me that it was just the pills starting to work, and it's nothing to worry about. So just sort of take this Valium and until the pills, start working properly, and you can come off the Valium and you'll be fine. So I took the pills for about I think 5 or 6 weeks. Noticed that I had to use more Valium to keep calm. After a while, it was actually at a shift meeting. I used to work in the mines up north. It was actually a shift meeting, start a shift, and I just completely flipped. It was kind of like a seizure or something. I don't know exactly what it was, but I thought I was going to pass out on the spot. It was terrible. It wasn't like a panic attack or anxiety like I've been having. It was like a semi-seizure or something pretty bad anyway. So I cold turkeyed off the SSRIs straight away. I stopped taking them, even though the doctor reassured me they were working. Should have listened to how I felt. I knew there was something seriously wrong when I started taking them, so I just sort of took the doctor's advice when I really should listen to myself. That's one of the points I want to make in this video. Listen to yourself. Listen to what your body's telling you, not necessarily, take the doctor's advice. Obviously, they're trained in that profession, but they're not always 100%. So I came off the SSRIs, and I had pretty much a psychotic episode 4 days later. I admitted myself to the psychiatric ward and was told that they shouldn't have that kind of effect on you, and I'm not crazy and all the rest of it, but I was going through some serious psychosis there. It was pretty nasty. I held on just, but the mental state I was in, I was hearing voices, the walls were closing in on me. My body was basically, or my mind was telling me to end it. And I'm just lucky I got some really good mates. My girlfriend was away at the time, so I went and stayed at a couple of friends' houses on sort of suicide watch, I guess you'd call it. And I sort of bounced between their houses until I got home. Until my girlfriend got home. Thank God she came home when she did. And I came good. That was all psychological. There was nothing physical. I came good, and I thought everything was better. At this point, I was still taking the Valium because it was kind of the only thing that was keeping me calm. Although I wasn't getting the anxiety, it was calming me down enough that I wasn't going to do anything stupid. Now, I was only on 2 milligrams, which is the smallest dose they make, so I assumed, being the smallest dose they make, I knew they were to some point addictive. The doctor had said, be careful, they are addictive. But it was made out to be more like a kind of a cigarette addiction, just you'll be right, a month or so and you'll be fine. There was no sort of pre-warning that this kind of stuff can absolutely destroy you. Which ultimately it has. So I came good. Felt 100%. 2 months off the SSRIs, things are going great. So I thought, beauty, I don't need the Valium anymore. So I stopped taking that, and within sort of 3 days I wasn't feeling too great at all. Always been a pretty active person, always out and about, race cars and riding motorbikes and doing all the fun stuff as you do. I wasn't feeling great at all. I was laid out on the couch, my discoloration in my face, really not in a good way. And I went to the doctors a few times, and it got to the point where my anxiety came back with vengeance, and I thought it was over. I actually got a doctor to come out to my house and check me out. And he put it sort of down to, I told him I'd been taking the Valium, and I showed him the bottle and stuff, and he said, yeah, you might be going through a bit of Valium withdrawal. So no worries. So I took the tablets again. I took the 2 milligrams every day, every morning, and within sort of a day I was better. I was fine, 100% ready to go, So thought, right, I've got to wean off this stuff. So I started weaning off it. I went and got some liquid Valium, special bottle in a syringe and sort of whatever. And over the next 9 months, I went at the quickest rate I could, which was kind of sort of suffering the whole way, which I was. I was still semi-functional, but I was working. I was working 5 or 6 hours a day just locally now in my town where I live. And it was pretty bad, I'd wane down I'd cut sort of 0.2 a day, not a day, 0.01 a day, so 20 days I'd cut by 0.2, but then I'd be feeling pretty rank and I'd hold for a while till I started feeling better and, functional, and then I'd keep waning. So, I got all the way down to sort of 0.5 a milligram. This took me 5 months, mind you. This took me 9 months to get down to 0.5, and I was feeling pretty shithouse by that stage. I was fatigued, sort of twinges of anxiety, but mainly sore and fatigued, So I got down to 0.5 and I'd been jack of it, so I just stopped right there and then. I know I should have weaned down more. I'd been in touch with online support forums and, they say listen to your body, but I cracked the shits. I wanted off it, I'd had enough. So I stopped, and sort of I didn't feel really too much worse for 3 days. Sort of felt the same, pretty shitty, fatigued. So within sort of a week off it, that's when shit really hit the fan. My anxiety skyrocketed to the point where I was convinced I was gonna pass away. I was absolutely rattled, and that continued on for sort of 8 weeks. I had this, so the first 2 months were the worst for sure. I was fatigued to the point where I couldn't move. Going to the toilet was a mission. I could eat, but I couldn't sleep. The insomnia, I'd be awake till 4 in the morning. I'd sleep for sort of 3 hours, 4 hours, and then I'd be up. I'd be awake again. Really sore, joints, muscles, everything. Heart palpitations, flat out, on and off all day. Fighting a constant panic attack. I was just at this level of anxiety that it was always there, but then it'd spike into these crazy panic attacks that just. I've had anxiety before, but nothing like this. It was horrendous, So anyway, I got through it. I got to sort of week 9, and I had a window, and I felt pretty crappy, but I was functional again. Obviously not working yet, but up and about the house after so long and doing bits and pieces, and I thought, beauty, you're on your way. And sort of a week later, it just came back with vengeance. Not the anxiety as much. It was just the muscle fatigue and the soreness, and just this really flat feeling, like not being able to move. It came back pretty hard, and I was laid out. I was bedridden again. So yeah, I still got the heart palpitations every now and then. The anxiety was there. It wasn't as bad. The intrusive thoughts of, I'm about to die, I could fight them by this stage. I could talk myself down, and I was surviving, no problems. So that was month 3. Month 3, I made it through. I had my friends, online forums, was great. Really helped. My missus, she's just beautiful. She, every time I've sort of got to that stage, there's been so many times when I've called her and she's been able to talk me down from it and stuff like that. So now coming into sort of the 4th month, I've had ups and downs. I'm thinking a lot clearer. One thing I didn't mention, was the sort of cognitive impairment and the sort of detachment from reality. That was really bad. Sort of the first 3 months, I felt really detached from life, like really unplugged. Sort of like I was watching things through a movie screen. If I had friends come over, which was very rare, I'd talk to them, but I wasn't there. I kind of felt like I was acting my way through a scene in a movie or something. Just really detached, not really introverted. But that left, sort of 4 months, coming into 4 months, my cognitive function sort of came back a bit, feeling like myself, feeling like my personality, feeling like a bit more in touch with the world and stuff. And so, things have been getting better. Things have been getting better, and I just sort of want to throw this out there for hope for some people that not everyone's out of it for 2 years, Now month 4, the fatigue's still there. You can see I'm looking pretty tired at the moment. I'm having a bit of a wave, so the fatigue's still there. The muscle soreness still there, still pretty brutal. When it hits, I can't do much, man. I'm pretty much bedridden. But I kind of feel like my mental state's coming back, and I can laugh again. I've had my mates come around, and I realised sort of last week that I was having a chat and a laugh for the first time in God knows how long, probably since before I started tapering. So, things are coming back. I'm 4.5 months out now, having a wave at the moment. As you can tell, I look like I've had the shit kicked out of me. But things are improving. I put on a lot of weight as well, being so busted up that I literally couldn't make food. So if I got hungry, it'd just be toast in the toaster, and then laying back down. So I've been sort of totally inactive as well. But things are looking up. Things are looking up, and trying to keep strong. It's just at the bottom of a wave. You sort of can't see out of it. I've had 3 windows so far. 3 windows. Sort of week 9 was really good. I felt, great. I even started exercising. Whether that threw me back into a wave, I don't know. But I did 3 exercise sessions, and that's when the fatigue started back up again. So I was wrecked. 4.5 months, and things are sort of looking up, and they're slowly improving. Although I still feel like total crap, man. I feel like myself again. So I just wanted to throw this video out there for anyone who's sort of in the acute stage and is really bad, that you will start to come back, and you will start to feel like yourself again soon. It is a long, hard road, and I'm sure you've watched other videos as well. I can't wait to start exercising again and drop all this weight I've put on, and start living my life again. I'm still not close to working or anything like that, but things are improving. So, hang in there, guys. Hang in there, and you'll get through it. That's all I really wanted to say. So I'll throw up another update in a couple of months and let you know how I'm going, and we'll see how it goes from there. So thanks a lot. Thanks for listening. I'll see you later.